Hey guys, Doc David here. I am coming to you from my motorhome office. I usually come to you from my office, but I'm working mostly from home nowadays, meeting with clients on my laptop. And if I was in my house, you could hear kids yelling and thumping, and I'd have to be yelling back, "Be quiet, what's going on?" So luckily enough, we have a motorhome. And so I am currently in the motorhome with the heater on because it's cold outside. Gotta mute that bad boy. And so I've had a couple people ask me how-to questions, and the how-to questions have been related to relationships. How do I say this to this person? One that just recently came up that was related to a video that I did. I did a parenting video. Talked about scheduling, or I also did something, a meme related to a person holding a dog's mouth, and it said how I feel when I hear bad parenting going on at the table next to me. So someone emailed me and said, how do you talk to a friend about something that you think maybe that they're doing wrong, but you want to keep the friendship? Now let's just be clear. Talking to someone else about their parenting, I can do that because it's what I do for a living, and it's people pay me to do that. When you're a friend of somebody, it's a really touchy subject because no one wants to be critiqued on their parenting unless they're willing to go into a place where they can be critiqued on their parenting. But generally, people don't want to be critiqued on their parenting. I don't want to be critiqued on my parenting. The person that does it the most is my wife, and I don't like it, but she's my wife. I live with her, so I'm okay with it most of the time. The times that I'm not, I get some space, I think about it, and then I come back and I tell her that she's right. That's a pro tip right there. So the one thing, one of the ways that I encourage people to talk to friends about parenting, and there's lots of different topics. Finances is another topic. Work choices, friend choices, boundaries. So we're going to talk specifically about parenting, but the thing that I'm going to talk about, the tool that I'm going to talk about, can be expanded out to a lot of different areas when you need to talk to somebody about something that's difficult. And it's called lots of things. I call it the sandwich method, or the Oreo cookie method. And so basically what you want to do, if you need to talk to somebody about something that's difficult, you start with the bread, or the dark part of the cookie, and that's a positive statement, like, hey, I really like how you do this thing. It's really important to add that. So you start out with something positive, like how you do that thing. Wow, that's cool that you did this. I was thinking about you the other day, and I was impressed that whatever, right? And then the middle part, the filling, the turkey, the chicken, the vanilla cream, whatever that is, that's going to be the negative part. That's going to be the part where you're hoping to be able to talk about that difficult thing. And so you say, hey, I saw you do this thing. It's pretty cool. And I was also noticing that sometimes you yell at your kids about things that don't really matter. Or sometimes you are harsh in how you interact with your child when they have just made a mistake, something like that. So that's the middle, that's the filling, that's the part that's kind of hard to talk about. And then the ending is the bread, the other piece of bread, or the other part of the cookie, the other dark part of the Oreo cookie, where you follow it up with something that's positive. And that's just called the sandwich method. It's pretty easy to do. If you're not good at having conversations, difficult conversations, it's definitely something that you should plan out. You should write it down so you know what you're going to say. I don't know if you want to memorize it, but just have an idea of the two positives and then the one part in the middle. I think a lot of times what happens is people just don't say anything because they just are going to say the negative thing, and they're not going to, sandwich it between two positives. I think it's also a great tip for parenting. If you need to talk to your kid about something difficult, why not let the kid know, hey, you're really good at this one thing, but there's this one thing that could use some work, and I also appreciate this other thing about you. It's called the sandwich method. It's something that you can do easily with relationships that you maybe need to have a conversation with, the people that you're in a relationship with. Yeah, so Sandwich Method. Hopefully that's been helpful to you. Later on in a couple of days, I want to talk about suicide prevention and how COVID-19 is possibly creating the kind of tension that people that are already hurting inside with some depression may decide life isn't worth living because of already having some mental health stuff. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. As always, everything that you need to know about me is in my bio. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at docdavid.net.